In any event, already in 1955, the UN official, his name was E.L.M. Burns, he was describing Gaza as a concentration camp. That's the terms he used. If you fast forward, and this is a fast forward because there are things that happen, intervening things, but you go to 1967, right after the June 67 war. Al Gore, our former senator and presidential candidate, his father was also a senator. And he visited Gaza. This was, I think, my memory is something like June or July 67. And you know what he described Gaza as? A concentration camp.
There's a theme.
There's a theme. So when people took great umbrage and expressed outrage when I used the term, it was, I guess it wasn't comfort, but it was kind of a revelation to me that's to the naked eye. Okay, E.L.M. Burns, he was a professional, so it wasn't a naked eye. But Gore, Senator Gore, to his naked eye, this is the image that was conjured in his mind. It's a concentration camp. So right now, one of the most influential figures in Israel on military affairs, his name is Giora Eiland. He was the former head of the National Security Council. And he's been in the news a lot lately because he's calling for the expulsion of 300,000 Gazans from northern Israel and then starving out the Hamas militants. And apparently his proposal has been adopted by the Prime Minister Netanyahu's inner circle. In any event, he was in Gaza in March 2004. How did he describe Gaza? He said it's, quote, a huge concentration camp. One of Israel's senior sociologists, Baruch Kimmerling, he wrote a book called Politicide in 2002. It was about Ariel Sharon, who was the prime minister at the time. And what did he describe Gaza as? Quote, the biggest concentration camp ever. And then when Amira Haas is the most knowledgeable journalist in Israel on Gaza, she spent a lot of time there. She wrote a book about it. When she was put the question, her parents were survivors of the Nazi Holocaust, so it was a sensitive question to her whether it was legitimate to describe Gaza as a concentration camp. She wrote I wouldn't call it a lengthy article, but certainly a thoughtful article because it was a sensitive issue for her. And her answer was yes. My point being, it already began in 1955. The life these people were forced to endure. That's a long period of time.